right, let's get live. Here we are. Here's our selections for the day. So I'm a little bit later. Here we go. Mainly in Randwick, Eagle Farm. Obviously, we're not too keen in Cranbourne, although our dynamite tip is there with a top three finish. Hiyaam Proud. It's good to see they back that horse back in. So, all right, let's run it through. Let's run this through. Everything working? Yep. Sound on? Yep. Sorry, guys. I always want to make sure everything's working. All right. Randwick race 1, number 8, Apache Breeze. This horse is run a third behind Oi Oi Oi. It's a big price, and I can't understand the price. W. Stanley, not quite our jockey. He's punching a few winners now. 3 kilogram claim still there. But this price, we're willing to pass that through. Mate, look at this run. Apache Breeze behind the favourite. Meets him 5.5 kilos better. We might just go the last 400 here. We're going to show a few videos in Randwick because our first 3 bets they were big. What you didn't see from a wide barrier, he gets back. I think this is him here, right? He gets back in a wide barrier. It's either this one or this one. I think it's him. No, he's here. Sorry, he's here in the purple. Gets back from the wide barrier. The jock wants to go out. He can't get out there. Look how far back he is. Here's Oi 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 here. And here we are here, still looking for runs. And look at him get through the line here. Like, this is a big run. And he keeps coming through the line. After the line, keeps coming up the line. His run didn't stop there. How are we here? Does it show? You can't quite see him here. All right, so that's beyond the favourite. I just cannot understand why he's such a big price. And when I went through his form, although it's on wet tracks, like second to Epic Proportions in a benchmark 70, we're talking about a highway benchmark 72. That ends up being good form. The wet tracks, maybe doesn't handle the wet, right? Second in a benchmark 72 here. Stanley was on there. So he knows the horse. Stanley knows the horse well, actually. Didn't realise that. Second to African Daisy Modella. Split. Again on a wet. This was on a soft 5. Maybe he likes a good track better. It was a big run. I just cannot understand the price here. If this horse is going to get back, even though he got back from the wide barrier, he generally does get back, but he might not get back from as far from barrier 5. If Stanley gets the breaks, $15, this could be all over. Let's go to our next selection. They back this horse, and they can see what I can see. And what I can see here is Blinker's first time, barrier 3. This is another one. Seems like we went looking for him, but we didn't. Barrier 10 went back last start. This one, unlike Apache Breeze, it will go forward. The Blinker's first time shows me intent. Third run off a 6-week break after only having 1 run off a 22 break. He's fit. And what I really love, look at when you go through his form, highway, good form, Randwick, rail out 7 meters. That's what the rail is now. Went to the lead. Third to Clear Thinking and Highway Strip. Highway Strip was going really well at the time. What price would Clear Thinking be this price? They've backed this horse. They've come for this horse because I think they know, they can see what I can see is this horse is going to go to the front and he's fit. Want to see this horse's run? Joiselle. Like I said, very similar from last. From a wide barrier goes back. This horse doesn't have to go back. He will not go back. Watch this run. This is him tucked in here. In that black with the red. Right? You can see he's not far back. but he did get a wide barrier. He got back. The jock did quite a good job here, just didn't get the break. Here's Joiselle. What's he going to do if he gets to the front with blinkers? Watch here. Watch how badly held up he is here. This horse comes in. He wants to come out. That horse shoves him out. He finally gets out here. I think he does. Look at his work for the line. Look how much work he's got to do. He wins this race here. Look at that. That's a nice run for a horse that's going to be up on pace today. I don't know. He's going to be hard to beat. He's trading around the $5 mark now. He's trading around the $5 mark. Our next bet, Randwick, race 6, number 11. I should say our next selection, race 6, number 11. This one is overbet, I think, but I still like it. It's very similar to the others. Did an enormous job last start. He's third up. I think going up in distance to the mile now. Lightly raced here, 8 starts. He's got good strike rate. Third up, coming off a big run. D. Gibbons, love what he did on our horse Tabby Time. He was last and out the back. I was cursing him, but geez, D. Gibbons is a good jockey, done it well. But I think this horse a little bit overbet, but he just fits our profile. We have to get him in. Look, he's 440. I'm not much more confident on him than our other selections, and he's the shortest. I think he's got a little bit of competition. Hertzville's a grab, back in distance, but for a leader, that's all right. He will be hard to beat. And I thought Sounds Unusual. I was well over the odds. He could win at a big price. And Sly Boots, who ran against Charleroi, he'll be there. I think Charleroi's got his measure, but you can see I'm tipping about 3. I'm not tipping 3 for horses. I ain't tipping 1. That's Charleroi. But what I'm mentioning these horses, 440 is getting short. He's got about 3 or 4 to beat. Like, that's the price. You don't want him any shorter. Even Amrakia, I'm not too keen on her. She's got a gear change, etc. She's got ability. But I think this horse is overbet. But watch this run. I'll take you to this run as well. It's very similar to the others. It's funny, Randwick, we found all these horses that and we don't look for just big finishes. We look for horses that are going to peak, up in distance, the jockey. We're not just looking for big runs last start, but we found it here as well. Here he is here, back in the ruck, on the rail, smaller field, should get a run. Like I said, confident with D. Gibbons. And this horse here finds, like the last one, finds a lot of trouble. Here he is here. Look at him here. Look what happens here. Just all closes up on him. All closes up on him. He's in a lot of pain. Still never really gets clear. Look at him here. How does he run where he is? He only got out the last 50. And watch him through the line. There he is through the line. Full of running through the line. The mile's going to suit. But like I said, I think he's getting a little bit short now. Randwick race 10. Applaud. Hasn't this horse come back well? We were big on tuned. We tip tuned. And this horse gets up first up and beats us on quite a wet track. And he should have been flat, and he might have been flat when he runs a very good third to Tuned and Bartloff, which is one of the favourites here. I just really think to back up after that big first up run on the wet track, he went up 3 kilos and backed it up with this good third at Rose Hill. Drawn barrier 2, the rail's out 7 metres. It could be the place to be. I think he's going to peak third up. Look at his strike rate, 13 starts, 4 wins. He's come back better. And they weren't happy with him. Winker's first time. So even though he ran real well, they thought he wasn't genuine. So he's going to be there. Randwick, race 10, number 6, Applaud. Really like our Randwick selections. Then we go to Eagle Farm, race 8. We're tipping in this race, and we're tipping for good reason. We're tipping for good reason, but this is a crazy, crazy race. Got a lot of respect for Hidden Wealth. I've got a lot of respect for Far Too Easy if you give him his last prep. Pace on. Pay line with a bit of give out of the track. Got a little respect. Metal Art is a very, very, very good horse. Very good horse. Wide barrier here. Normally takes another run to get going. Like I said, I could be back in Metal Art. I could be back in all these horses I'm tipping here. Therefore, I was going to leave the race alone. Peril, number 9, Peril I got right up there. And Fleetwood and Cosmic Fire. The horse we're tipping is number 10, Moravia. Look at this speed map too. Look at the speed of this race, which horses like Peril, Metal Art, Far Too Easy, back from that wide barrier. They got Peril. Where they got Peril going up? Oh, no, they're going back. They will go back. Here's Heaven. I don't know what they'll do. Here's Heaven. He is a speed horse too. But they might try to ride him back with so much pace, try something different. $67, you know. We tipped His Heaven only once this prep, and when he won $12, you know, this is not his race. Paylines goes a bit forward as well. Fleetwood would definitely go back. There is a stack of pace, but it doesn't mean always a back marker will come on. It means the back markers might not. It's just that much pace. The back markers are chasing, and then they're off the bit a long way home, and then they're trying to get to the leaders. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, up on pace, win, back. But what I do know, why are we tipping in this race? Moravia, he is our highest rated runner in this race. Where is he? Number 10, Moravia. And he's a big price. If he was $6, $7 like Metal Art and Payline and all that, would be leaving him alone. But the fact he's our highest rated horse, he's drawn well. He'll have a sit. Daniel Moore, 54.5. Look at these ratings. +2 above average, +1.3. I think those ratings now in hindsight, they're a little bit high. Equal to average. He's least equal to average or +0.5, these horse. You'll see it was second up and third up. I'll show you where he has rated those races, and you'll agree with me. He beat Ray Koki and Dalalat by 2.2. That's when we had him at +2 because he had 59. He carried the weight. Here he is. We're talking a benchmark 88 in Sydney in September, Spring Carnival time. He wins it by 2 lengths with 59. He's got 54.5 kilos against these good Queensland horses. Okay, or second up. We're tipping him first up. How many trials has he had? He's had 2 trials. Right, but then what does he do next start? Second to Ostraka and Port Lockroy when he's going well. This was when Ostraka was going well. He matched him with the weight. And then again, you know, Jetabil, Peril. There's Peril there. First up, off 1 trial. He's got 2 this time. And I was going to show you this trial. It was a good trial. They put him out. I think he's fit. To win this race, if you win this race, you get an automatic entry to some $1 million, $2 million race. I think Freeman have got him here. They got him fit, ready to win. He is well over the odds. Hence, we think this is a crazy race, but we think we've got a crazy prize for a selection, a win-ahead top rater with 54.5 and drawn pretty well. I know I'm talking it up through the roof. I'm a little bit excited, but yeah, Moravia. That's why we're tipping it. We got the ratings there. We showed you why rated high, and you make up your mind. That's why we've got some people really know their horses. We've got some people that don't, that follow us. We've got a bit of both. But we just don't want to send these tips out and don't explain. We want to tell you why we like this horse and the reason behind it. You know your horses. You might not agree with me. You say, well, or you might say, geez, I haven't had time to look at that. Winner Head's right. They know what they're talking about here. I like their way of thinking. This is the way I like to play. I can see that. I know it's right. I know these are good horses. I've missed this. I like it. Or I don't like the way he's thinking. He's not including this or that. I don't like these type of setups. But either way, we explain. And then the ones that don't know, we're educating them, showing them replays, showing them up in distance, back in all sorts of stuff. So Win Ahead, we like to explain why we're tipping these horses for two reasons. For the members and subscribers we've got that know their horses, and for the ones that don't, we're educating them. Eagle Farm Race 9, we've got 2 horses here. Bit of a risky play. We've got number 3 Scripted, and we've got number 21 Vivian's Express. I see it was $19 before I went there. 17. It's good to see they're coming in. Scripted is a very good horse. Mark my word. We're not too keen with Andrew Mallion. We're not too keen when he's on our horses. That's one thing. It's drawn a bit wide with the rail out. Eagle Farm rail out. If the rail was true, it's only out 5. If the rail was true, we'd be keen on that barrier. But rail out, that barrier starts to not get as good. Second up, a million wide barrier, but we're still tipping him because we think he's going to be a really good horse. But we've got a good second stringer here. Vivian's Express. Only had 4 starts for a win and a second. Went out a winner over 900 metres. This is 1,200. All right. Had 2 runs. Saturday Grey Group 3. Friedman thought a bit about it. 900 metres. We don't think this is 900. We actually think it's a 1,400-metre horse. We love this first up run. We love it. Against the older horses, back to 3-year-old. People don't respect that. 2 things. The horse is going to be fitter. It's got 100 metres in distance. It goes down in weight and against its own age. It was a good run. Friedman have not brought this horse up for nothing to Queensland. They could run in midweeks. It's not tough racing in Sydney. You can find a midweek in Sydney. It's a week in Saturday. So it's here for a reason, and we think it's well over the odds. And we're happy to make that 2 play. Could be a bit risky because I got a little bit of respect for Barbary Spur, a little bit. This six bushies in the market. Looked at its video replay, just didn't really like that, but it's got collared on. So you can see it's a bit of a risky play, but we really think Script is a good horse. We can bank on it, and we really think Vivian's Express is the one on the way up, under the guard. We tipped one of these horses like this in Sydney and ended up running second. A Mar horse. I don't know if you remember it. It ran second, a good horse. Ran second to, I almost had the name there. It won 3 races in a row. It's unbeaten now. So, yeah, similar profile, guys. This is how we get those big prices up. Cranbourne race 10, number 5, Hiyaam Proud. We've gone over this with our members on Friday night. We've made it our dynamite tip. I think 5th up, this horse is ready. I think with Logan Bates, barrier 4, this horse has been resented going back, has been pulling. This run behind Electric Rolls and Medea was huge. It went back from the wide barrier. You can see it's drawn barrier 11, drawn barrier 4. It goes down in class from a benchmark 85. I'm sure there's a benchmark 78. Yeah. So it goes back. Logan Bates, top jock. He's one of our jocks. So you can see Medea from a benchmark 88 to a benchmark 70. Benchmark 88 or benchmark 82, 84, I think it was. Goes up 3 kilos because it's up in class. Fair enough. That's what's meant to happen. Craig Williams in the saddle. It's drawn wide again. But we've got Hiyaam Proud. And, nothing against Nugget, but, I think Logan Bates, the Nugget, is a plus. I think the barrier is a plus. And with the claim, It doesn't go up. It goes down in class, but doesn't really go up in weight. It was a huge run. It was a better run than Medea. Okay, probably had a bit of a fitness edge on Medea. Medea is going to be a bit fitter. But we just think Hiyaam Proud at the price, $5.50. It's going to be right there. Cranbourne should be up on the pace and hard to beat. Thanks, guys. I hope we're going all right at the moment. We're going well. We tipped our midweek tips are going really well, and also our short ones that we leave out. We don't have any today. I think we're running at like a 70% strike rates with those fully qualified, but left out because the price is too short. I'm spewing I have in hindsight because I think we've got an amazing strike rate. Hey, I might have that sheet up. Yeah, I do. Here it is. These are the horses we left out due to lack of value. We've had a total of 13 selections and 9 winners and a strike rate of 69%. Those who've been watching those sheet on that, you'd remember that we've been tipping those horses. Like last week, we had 3, 4, 5 horses, 4 winners and a second. Week before, 4 selections, 2 winners and a second, 1 unplaced. Tabs. These horses weren't even that short, but we just didn't think they were valued there. We had Peril. And then in this one, we had 3 for 3. And our very first time we did this, giving you these horses, we had Heads, which was unplaced. But in hindsight, the other ones, the ones we're tipping for value that we left out, but thought were really valid, I don't think we had a winner there. So, but the short ones have really been winning. We don't have any for you today, but yeah. All right, guys. I will see you next Friday for our draws and giveaways. All right, take care. Good luck today and bet responsible.